Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Alex and this is the Car Creative, and today we are taking a 2019 Rav4 LE all-wheel drive out for a spin because it's September, but we just got a pile of snow here in Calgary, and it's kind of standard, it's to be expected. We call it Snowmageddon here in Calgary, but it happened. But I thought it was a perfect opportunity to take this car out, test out the all-wheel drive capabilities. Now there are tons of different tiers of models that you can get with the Rav4, the Trail Edition, the XLE, and then into the Limited. But we've got the LE, which I think is the best bang for your buck for this one. So let's take a look at all the features that we can get on this one. So for this year's model, they started with the new TNGA, Toyota's new global architecture platform, which I really think is sharp on all of their new vehicles coming out, like the Corolla hatchback, obviously the Rav4, the Highlander, the 2020 Highlander is going to have it, which is going to be so nice. Looking forward to that. So first off, I'm going to apologize because this thing is filthy. It snows, it melts. There's no way I'm going to get anywhere on any of these roads without getting this thing just mucked up. But I mean, that's kind of what all-wheel drives are for. But hey, so just looking at the front of the car, this vehicle is big, it's wide, it's got a really nice stance to it. The front grille is aggressive. In this particular model, it has LED headlamps, a spot for the fog lamps, which you'll get in the XLE models and up. This model is sporting the 17-inch aluminum alloy wheels, and on some of the higher trim models, you can get the 19-inch aluminum alloy wheels, and they look pretty slick too. So as we look under the hood, we are sporting a 203 horsepower, 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine. And just being out on the road, this thing doesn't really lack for power at all. I find that it actually drives quite nice on the gas, off the gas, and then there's 6 different drive modes with this thing, which we'll get into a little bit later. If it's not an all-wheel drive, it'll only have 3, which is like Eco, Normal, and Sport. I was testing out the Snow mode, and it actually kind of starts you in, I think, 2nd or 3rd gear or something, so that there's not so much torque off the get-go, and I really, really like that feature. It made me feel like I had a lot of control over the vehicle in the snow, which was awesome. Toyota's come out with the Active Torque all-wheel drive in this model. One of the last things that I want to get into is the new Toyota Safety Sense 2.0, which now detects obviously pedestrians, which is amazing, and they now detect bicycles. It has lane trace assist with roadside detection, so even if there is no kind of lines on the road, it will trace the middle of the road and keep you centered, which is awesome. The adaptive cruise control I absolutely love in this car. I'll show you guys a little bit more when we're inside the vehicle, just so you can see how well it works. It takes you to a complete stop without you having to touch the brake, which is, it's pretty cool. So that's it for the outside of the vehicle. Let's hop in, take this thing for a drive. We'll go through some of the safety sense, some of the interior features, and give you kind of my overview of what I think on the car. So when you get into the LE Rav4, there's a few things you notice right out the bat, and that's that you don't really have tons of bells and whistles. You touch the steering wheel, and the first thing you notice, it's not like leather wrapped, but it feels really good in the hand. So a lot of the things we're going to talk about in the LE specifically are not high-end luxury, but they're just kind of like getting it done kind of stuff, and they get it done very, very well. What's really great about the LE is that it actually offers you a lot of great features right out the gate without having to upgrade. Things like heated seats come right out the gate. Things like automatic high beam headlights, Apple CarPlay, and of course all of the features with Toyota Safety Sense 2.0. These things come standard in the LE. Well, they come standard in across the whole line of the Rav4, which is amazing. We're sitting in standard cloth seats with manual control adjustment. No lumbar support or anything. You just kind of have up, down, back and forth. One thing that I really appreciate about this infotainment display specifically is I think it's got a 4-inch display, 4.2-inch display on the front here. Really clean, crisp, easy to read, and it has a redundant speedometer on it, which is one of my favorite things in the car. It just obviously has the analog speedometer, but in the center, really clear speedometer control for you. When you upgrade to the Trail or the Limited package, you get a 7-inch display up front here, and it's all digital display, but it's a little bit more complicated, and it's harder to find the things that you want immediately. This, I find it keeps the things you need off to the side, and then you can kind of customize what you want in the middle there, which I find to be nice. So here we go, we're just merging onto a highway here. Plenty of power. But there we go, that's the 203 horsepower, and it's connected to an 8-gear automatic transmission. So again, one of the things that I think Toyota has done extremely well is the Toyota Safety Sense 2.0, and this comes built into all of their new models in the lowest trim model that you can get no matter what. It comes with blind spot monitoring, pre-collision detection, and it'll stop for you. lane trace assist, so it'll keep you in the middle of the lane. It has radar cruise control, so everyone in front of you, it can detect those people in front of you and then keep you at a distance based on what you set on your controls here. And I find it actually works quite well. The lane trace assist can kind of be a little bit jerky back and forth, but for the most part, you can set the cruise control and take your hands off the wheel if you want for a little bit, and it's actually quite trustworthy, I've found. So in my opinion, if you guys are looking for a vehicle that's going to keep you really safe or your family members safe, I've come to really trust the Toyota Safety Sense 2.0, and I'm not just saying that, like, it's a really great system. So as we talked about earlier, there are 6 drive modes in this all-wheel drive vehicle. We've got Eco, Normal, Sport, Snow, Mud, Sand, and Rock and Dirt. The other day I had to use the snow mode. It was coming down like crazy yesterday. We got about 10 centimeters of snow in Calgary. But I put on snow mode and I love it. It gives you so much confidence in the car because it's not actually going to overdrive for you. I believe it starts the car in 2nd gear so that it doesn't actually give you that torquey bite, and it makes you feel like you have a lot of control. It just gives you a lot of confidence driving in the snow that you're not going to slip out, spin out or anything. Sport mode is also a lot of fun. You obviously just tap that, your screen goes red. The gears, they engage faster, they kind of prepare for you to get on the throttle a little bit more. It just becomes a bit more of an engaging experience. When it comes to tech or the infotainment system, well, it's not that bad. You don't have the JBL sound system that you get in the upgraded packages, but it's really not that bad. It comes with Apple CarPlay built in, Entune 3.0 if you want to use that, and kind of a suite of options and apps you can download in there. The only gripe with it really is that the screen brightness and display it's okay. It's mediocre. If you get the upgraded models, you get kind of a nicer screen, nicer display, piano black surrounding it. This just looks a little plastic, but still not a bad user experience. When it comes to the climate controls and stuff, you do not have dual ozone, auto, anything. It is just your basic controls. And the weird thing that I found with this, it doesn't even actually give you the temperature. It just kind of gives you a gauge from left to right in terms of like right is hot, left is cold, but no kind of numbers in between, or not even like red or blue to be like you're warm or cold. It's just left and right, which I find kind of interesting. I mean, obviously the middle is mid-range and the right's hot, but just kind of an odd way to do it instead of actually giving you numbers or any indication of what temperature you're at. In the LE, you can see where they're trying to save some money. The feel of the car is a little bit more plastic around than, say, the Trail Edition or the XLE that I have driven in the past. Even in the door handle, it's a bit more plastic. When you get in the Trail Edition, it's this like beautiful feeling rubber that you kind of get on these dials here, and it just gives you like, it's just a great feeling car. The sides are a bit more plastic, where your knee lands is just plastic. But that's okay. They've got to save some cost somewhere. So if you're not really looking for all those soft touch feels or maybe the luxury thing of a heated steering wheel, then this really is the best bang for your buck. Like, you get in the car, you've got heated seats, you've got blind spot monitoring, you've got adaptive cruise control. You just have so many features that are almost unnecessary. They're still nice to have, and it's in like a pretty base model. So I think they did a great job with balancing features with cost, and you can still get a lot more if you want. So as we wrap up this review, I'm actually pleasantly surprised with how content I am in this vehicle. Of course, there's a few luxury features that you can want and probably get as you move up the line, but with the LE being the kind of base package, I'm really happy with it. You get past the kind of plastic or the basic dials and things, and it has everything you need. And to end off the video, I just want to say thank you to South Point Toyota for lending me this vehicle to do some photos and to do this review. If you guys are in the neighborhood of Calgary and you're looking to purchase your next SUV upgrade or whatever it is, South Point Toyota, I'll link them down below. Alright guys, so as always, I want to thank you so much for stopping by and watching this channel. Give it a thumbs up, a like, if you're into car reviews or car photography, car videography. That's what I do on my channel, so head over there and subscribe if you're into that kind of thing. But I really appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.